All right, so welcome to DES499, and I'm Dana Alderman, as always, your instructor. I have Dallas with me today. Thank you for coming. And everybody watching, I appreciate you watching as well. Dallas, thank you for coming. Let's see. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that is going on in the class, please make sure that you email me. There are a few things that a few people have not submitted. Please make sure you get that in. This is week 3, and the issue with you coming up onto week 3 is that you have a final presentation next week, and you will have to present all of what you have. You will have an opportunity to catch up. However, if your presentation is not prepared, your grade is going to suffer greatly. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and jump off camera. Share my screen. Today we are going to cover feedback, check-in feedback. I've got your assignments, and then I have some resumes. And then some of the rough deliverables. I have a couple more things to finish up myself. And then we're going to talk about the schedule for the presentation. And actually, I think maybe I might just go ahead and jump over to the schedule for presentation right now. Let me jump over here to our class. All right. So if you come down here, I did post in the announcements about the schedule for presentation, and I made sure that I put a PDF in there because it was a little confusing on how to find it. It never used to be like that. Canvas did some updates. It used to be that you could just go down to the calendar and then you could just go to the top and click, but it's not there anymore. So basically, actually, hold on. I gotta go to the student view because it's not gonna show you that way. All right, so I'm going to come down here to the calendar, and then you're going to click right here to find appointment. Make sure that this says DS499 and submit. Now, right here, if you notice, all of these are available. Okay. We do have a few that have already submitted. Let me close that and leave student view. The 1 o'clock on the 15th is taken, and then the 4 o'clock on the 15th is taken. So okay, yep. So just so you guys know, you need to get in here and get these done. Okay, if you do not submit. What day did I say? Do you remember, Dallas? Was that Wednesday? Yeah, I think it is Wednesday. My thing is I want to make sure that our FPAs have plenty of time to prepare ahead of time to clear their schedule to be able to be with us. Because it does take about an hour total. Your presentation is only like 20 minutes long, but when we have other FPAs in here, it usually tends to be about an hour of all of us giving feedback and some things like that, okay? So please make sure that you get this done by Wednesday. There's plenty of options there for you, okay? The other thing I wanted to ask you guys in the beginning, talk to you guys about. In the beginning, I talked about the post-assessment. A few of you have already taken it. Thank you. I appreciate that. The post-assessment is for you guys to give feedback, and not really feedback, it shows us what you've learned throughout your time here at the college, and it tells us what we need to sharpen or what we need to continue. It is mandatory in order to get your Adobe CC subscription, and it will not be renewed if you do not take it, okay? It's 75 questions, and it does not affect your GPA. You don't, I mean, you get a grade for it, but it's not a grade that affects your GPA at all, okay? All right, so make sure you get those done by the end of the module as well. I know you've got a lot to do, but all right. Let's go back to courses. All right. Before we move on, I just want to jump into the discussion and the assessment and things like for this week. This week, basically, you're going to talk. My mouse, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just bought a brand new mouse, and the darn thing, I don't like it. This week's discussion is going to be an opportunity to showcase what you have done thus far. You're going to upload your design, and if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to show you here in a minute. How do you feel like your designs are coming along, considering the deadline? What is your rationale for the choices of the deliverables, the design style, or colors? What has been the most challenging part of the design process for you, and why? And is there something specific that you would like help or suggestions on? If there is, please please say that in here, and even let me know as well, because I can cover that in our lecture. Now, just so you know, we've got this lecture and Thursday's lecture. That's it. Monday we have open session, and I will have that. No, not Monday. Yeah, Monday. Sorry, open session, where I give you feedback only. It's only for half hour, 45 minutes. So you have to make sure you submit, because we have 6 students in this class, and there is an hour set aside for each one of you. So that's 6 hours of, well, technically open session. You guys are all welcome to join each other's if you want to. I will also be posting them as well in the announcements and in the lecture, the live lecture links. Okay. All right. So it states down here how to embed the image. Okay. Fairly simple. You go to your discussions. You're going to go to your course questions. I can actually show you. All right. So in your account, click on your account right here, and you are going to go to Files. Okay. You're going to upload, and I don't know what I have in here. I don't have very many of anything. Oops, my family. Okay, we'll do this one. I'm going to open that one. All right. And then you're going to go back, and I should have just opened another tab, but that's okay. All right. You come down to the discussion. You're going to write your reply. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click down here, Embed Image. You can go to Canvas, My Files, Sunflowers right here. It'll automatically put the dimensions in if you want to. Now, if you want to change this, it will automatically keep the aspect ratio for you, and then update. So just like that. Fairly simple, right? This is actually something that I used for some invitations. All right, so basically you are going to submit everything that you have been working on thus far. I'm going to give you some feedback on some of the stuff today, and then try to make a little bit of a revisions and then submit. All right. All right, so your assessment for this week is going to refine according to the feedback that I give you. So it's got 2 parts. You're going to revise those deliverables, okay? And then you're going to make sure that you schedule a time for your capstone presentation. This one says to do it by Saturday, but like I said, we need to do it by Wednesday, okay, for Part B. Make any of the revisions like you need to, and make sure that you look at that calendar, okay? And then the next one is going to be a promotional piece for you to invite your FPA or anybody else that you feel it's necessary to invite. Okay? You're going to use your choice of Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign to design a promotional piece. The dimensions are 6 by 4.25. One side, include a phrase that says that invites the recipient to your capstone project. Make sure you have a date, a time, and your Zoom URL of your presentation. That is this Zoom URL. Include your personal branding, your logo, monogram. Include your Adobe portfolio URL, and then you are going to save it and submit it as a JPEG. Okay? Now, you are also going to CC myself when you are inviting your FPA to the presentation, including a digital invitation. Okay? If you want to, okay, this says JPEG or PNG. If you feel like making this interactive, that's up to you. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you how to do that as well. So that is up to you. All right. So that is the work for this week. I mean, there's really nothing extra. You're going to be working more so on your deliverables than anything. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump in, and I've got a couple resumes. When I first look at this, I think the colors are great, but it feels like it's just a lot of information, to be honest with you. Well, these you possibly maybe make them a little smaller, give it a little bit more white space, maybe. Add a bullet point, possibly. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but I think it needs a little bit more hierarchy too. Like this right here, this Independence University should be a little bit bolder because it's introducing the bachelor's degree. Okay. Let's see, it's not a lot of room. I'm just trying to fix it. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's storming again. And again, I apologize if. Okay. There. There we go. And this does not get a bullet. No bullets. Okay. Same thing with your high school. I don't think you necessarily need the high school. I would take that out. Technical skills. Adobe CC. Adobe. Right here. This again is introducing, and this right here. I did that. Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. These should have the bullet points. Okay. I also feel like this, you know, I'm thinking maybe move this over. Even though it has your practical skills first, I kind of feel like it needs to be moved over. It's introducing. No, it doesn't necessarily have to say Adobe before. I get it, yeah. Yeah, Dallas brought up a good point. You don't necessarily have to put Adobe in here. It's kind of redundant because Adobe CC, and then you can kind of introduce it like that. Good point. The spacing here, you've got the spacing is okay, but it just feels yeah, I think it needs to be a little less spacing. Actually, yeah, you could probably put that down at the bottom. That would be fine. Even though you have that white space, that's completely okay. So, capability experience with, this goes with that. I would put non-related experience right here. Microsoft is spelled wrong there. Okay, I think overall it's pretty good. You just have a few things that needs to be tightened up. Okay. Looking at the spacing in between here, definitely all the spacing needs to be consistent throughout. Okay. Gives it a little bit cleaner feel. Okay. All right, this was your old one. Or maybe this is the new one. Yep, this might be the new one. Okay, yeah. I think this one works better. Much better. I would still say take Adobe, leave that there, but take Adobe out of here. And maybe, you know, kind of bring that line down in here. Well, I would take these bullet points out. If you're going to do this back to back, I really like the way that you did that. I think that works really well. Well, non-related experience, I would put non-related or something like that. Yeah, no, this is much better, I think. Okay. All right. All right, let's look at this one. I'll figure out which one's which. Let's see here. 8, 2. Let's see this. I don't know. I'm going to say I think they're both good. I mean, with it, I like the one with the texture a little bit more. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I like the one with the texture. I mean, they're pretty much the same. There's nothing that is really different. Just an added texture there. I think it works good though. I love the texture. Hierarchy there. Take your HTTPS www off of there. You can still link it. Okay. It's implied nowadays. Okay. Capabilities, extensive experience. Yeah, my only thing is there's so much space down at the bottom. Maybe kind of move that down and maybe move this down even more. I don't know. Technical skills. What about your practical skills? You could actually put your practical skills in here as well. Okay. This is a big difference from what you had before. This is more info. It says infographic, just like, you know, what you were trying to do. Would you agree, Dallas? Okay, so it's got great hierarchy. Kind of feel like, though, this should be all one color here. Just, I think it would fit better. Maybe make all this the green, and then this is the blue here. Um, hmm. I like what you did with it. It's easy to follow. This needs a little bit of hierarchy here, though. Secondary subhead. Okay. I like how you did this here as well. Mm. I'm wondering, to be honest with you, what if you put your design proficiencies right here and then put your groups over there? I kind of feel like design proficiencies should be first. What do you think, Dallas? I mean, groups and awards are not as important. You could even leave them off if you technically wanted to, but I feel like your your design proficiencies should be highlighted first. What I said, or yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, try it with this over here. And that same shape, the shape, I think it works really well. It kind of bring everything, the eye downward, you know? All right. Okay. All right. I don't know how long this session will be today, but very nice. Kind of looked through just a little bit and saw some of the rough things. Um, okay. I think that that logo works really well. It doesn't feel as masculine as I would hope it would be. Maybe it could be this rounded piece here. Do you think? Okay. Love the texture. The texture works really well. Good job with that. Sorry, this mouse is driving me insane here. Nice. Okay. I know this is a rough, okay, but make sure you get the size in here, the directions for use, those typical things as well. I know you probably already know this, but it's my job to just push you that way. maybe some recycle, make sure it's got a barcode, and those types of things, okay? Very nice, I like that color. What shape of the bottle are the bottles that you're going to be using? Are they just regular shape bottles for the mock-up, or you haven't gotten there? Okay. I kind of, looking at this, and maybe that's where, you know, you were trying to replicate this here, but at the same time, I just kind of feel like it needs to be, did you do it more pointed or no? Because I'm thinking you could, let's see if I can, I don't know if I'd be able to do something more with a straight line here and then comes down. You know what I mean? I don't know if that will work. Instead of it actually being circular right there, just kind of prop that off. A defender. A descender? I'm confused. I don't know what that is. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see it next week or in the discussion this week. Oh, the word defender. Okay, okay. It almost looks like suit and tie, but not suit and tie. Does that make sense? Is that what you were going after? Okay, yeah. So what is the difference between the black? Ah, okay, yeah. What's the difference between, or why the rationale between the gray and the back, the black? I kind of feel like it should be the same. The only thing that changes is the line, maybe? Easier to identify the ethnic wash in a hurry. Okay. I could see it as an identifier, but at the same time, it just kind of feels like, I mean, it's got the same shape, but there's not, I don't know, the connection, not enough contrast between the gray and the other shield. I kind of feel like it's just, yeah, maybe, why not keep it black on the back? And you could do like yellow, green, you've got the blue here. The dark blue is probably not going to work, maybe an orange or something like that. You can look into something like that, or even silver. But great job. I like what you've got so far. So you're going to do a, this is going to be the, oh, excuse me, this is going to be the package for delivery here? Okay, okay, good. Okay, nice. All right. I kind of feel like it's missing a color on this. I like what you've done here, but what if you were to add, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. What if you were to add a color, just a subtle color, just like here? You'll have to figure out what color, of course, because it all depends on the colors that you have on the bottles. Oh, you did? Okay, okay. Get out of my head, Dallas. Or I should get out of your head, right? The other thing is that this color should go all the way out to the bleed. Okay, so make sure that you are doing that. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay, I can't wait to see. You know what it just reminded me of too, looking at this. This looks like a bust for necklace. Kind of. Okay. Oh, great job. Okay, good. Good job. All right, Chelsea, let's see. You're doing the independent coffee house. Okay, printing coffee beans, logo, social media cover. Hey, it's done right. Logo, okay. Hey. Ugh. So I can't wait till my new mouse comes. I bought an iHome mouse, knowing very well that I probably wouldn't like it because I was in a hurry. Yeah, Logitech is the only way to go. All right, company's waiting down. Logo, business, location, information, coffee cup, top view. Okay, catchphrase, bag of spilled coffee beans. Okay. 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 Before I move on, I mean, I will have to say something more like this style would possibly be the best. Something with an illustration in there, not so much. It's actually not bad. I would say instead of having coffee house the prominent, maybe make coffee house a little bit smaller and hang the mug off the T here. You could use a second typeface for coffee house possibly. I don't know, let me see. No, it's not gonna let me do it. Is it? Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Yeah, the coffee bean does fit well with this. That's 22. I'm thinking something more along the lines of this. It's going to be a different type. Okay, fine. I'll argue with you. And I can't really do the coffee mug, but that's okay. So what if you were to use a different typeface for this? I lost the I up there too. So but you'll get what I'm talking about. Got it. No. I can't even see what the heck my, no. Can't see the menu for it, so it doesn't really help. I brought a few in today. What were those? One called Ray, R-E-E-Y. E-Y. Okay, it's not here. I don't know, I'm thinking something. Oh, I brought it in today. Let me check that. Right there, R-E-E-Y. Is it not showing up there? Huh. I don't know, it's not showing up, but something that is not so decorative, I would say. Maybe go, not even Avenir Light. I'll show you what Ray looks like. Oh, it's not even the one that I wanted anyway. See? No. Oh. Give me a second. I can open it up. What was that second typeface? Oh, Di Valencia. That's why. It's not the right one. D-E. Yeah, it doesn't even show up either. So something a little bit lighter. I kind of feel like it would definitely help that, you know. I've found quite a few. Maybe you could go, I don't know, Avenir, condensed. That's black. I don't want black. Right. Condensed ultralight. Okay, well, we'll just start with that. That's fine. Something like that, okay? Bring that up and through here and take this coffee cup. Come on, stop. It's giving me a hard time. It's a little hard to do it on here. Gotta bring that here, okay? And this, of course, would be the regular eye. I think, I don't know how I got that to turn like that, but you see what I'm saying, bringing that descender down a little bit. And it will help so it's not so so bulky, you know? That's an idea. I like how you've done this here. Welcome back, Dallas. I'm not sure why this is here. This really says handmade. So, I mean, I would take them off, to be honest with you, and fill the bottom with, just put the address and stuff like that for the grand opening. I like that. Very nice colors. What if you introduce these colors, these are great colors, into the rest of your campaign? Keeping it consistent. Like taking these right here, maybe you could do the blue or the orange in the background, you know? I kind of feel like you should use something like this. Yeah, I mean, I don't, morning's done right. Yeah, I would keep that consistent all the way through. What do you feel, Dallas? I really like this. I think, and the typeface is just so much different. It's clean, it's crisp, it's got two different feelings though. Yeah, I think that this one, I mean, really integrating this into the rest of your campaign, I think will definitely bring it all together. Okay. Okay. All right, Mariah. You already know which one I feel works best, and it is the middle one as far as I'm concerned. It's got beautiful color. This first one, it's very simplified, but it's something that's overly used, like we talked about. I think you did really good with this. I think it works. It brings it all together. Yeah. This third one is not bad, but I just feel like, you know, light and health fitness studio, it's kind of bringing color in your life. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I was thinking that. So that's all right. So you're doing a membership keychain card, a logo, the barcode, and then the Facebook advertisement. Hey, get back up there. The mailer, the logo, address, the front of the card, the name, the address, the logo, amenities, the message. Okay. Words for a t-shirt. Okay. All right. Very nice. Platinum member, gold member. What is the top one? Is that just a basic member? Probably, I'm assuming. Okay. Facebook advertisement. Okay. First month free. Okay, so daycare. $10 a month. Okay. Yeah, starting to look pretty good. So I kind of feel like you've got all that beautiful color and then really you're not using it. What about adding, and I get it, I mean, you're just trying to do that little bit in the center, but what about adding a color line or something with this line to kind of bring that color through? Or for that matter, maybe a light, oh, this is gray, but maybe a light pink behind here, or a light yellow or something like that. Okay. This is absolutely, I like this. I like this a lot. Very nice. Okay. When I looked at these, I thought, you know, you've got some really good ideas. I think my favorite, to be honest with you, is the like this one right here. I like this one. And I think it's just because it's really bold. Then you went with something like this, which is okay, but I still feel like this one right here could be more powerful. You having it on the shirt there like that, it's, you know, Okay, just so you know, I mean, this is the logo. This is all you really have in here, the rough drafts with your logo. I don't see any deliverables for your the other deliverables. This is just the logo. A glass is just that. It's a glass. We don't make glasses. We are graphic designers. We do designs. And you, if you were doing a coffee mug or something like that, you would have had to do the pattern or whatever. So, but make sure that you are doing the other deliverables as well. So maybe the beer labels is what we want to see. Maybe you're going to do the Sewer River Brewery labels, something with some pale ale or whatever. You actually on your mood board you had, oh, what are those things called? What are they called? Dallas, do you know what they're called? Those big gallons of, I always forget what the name of I want to call them grubs. They're not grubs. They're big gallons of beer that you know what I'm talking about. See, I can't remember. I don't drink beer, so I don't really drink, period. So, all right, but oh, that's gonna bug me now. What is it called? It's not a gallon of beer. It's called, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what to search, to be honest with you, when it comes to that. Beer packaging, beer. Maybe that types. What is that? I don't know what that thing is called. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen them over and over and over and over, and yeah, at the store, and I have no idea. But those bottles, you had that on your mood board. So I mean, what about doing some beer labels and things like that? You could even do, going back to because you didn't finish your first discussion, going back to deliverables as far as a menu or a coaster or something like that as well. Okay. Right. Oh, how cute. Oh, I love that little frog. How cute is that? Nice. I really feel like you really hit the nail on the head. Loving how the frog just kind of pops that over and just introduces himself. That is awesome. Awesome. What do you think, Dallas? Very nice. Yeah, it's very fun. Decals. Okay. T-shirt graphics. Okay. Tour posters. You got a lot of work, a lot more than four deliverables here. Great job. Great job. I feel like I like the ones with him in the circle, to be honest with you. I mean, the one with him just flying is cute, but I don't know, I kind of feel like he should be in the circle. Great job. I love how you displace that R just a little bit. I'm wondering what your rationale is behind that. Maybe to kind of give it. Yeah, make the moon his circle like he's jumping out of it. Like he's coming out of it, yeah. Okay, that might be an idea. Very nice. You know, I can't choose here. I mean, I'm just kind of looking at these, you know, the banner ads, and I really like the green and the blue together, but I like the brown and the green together. They all have a naturist, a natural kind of feel. Do you have a favorite one? I kind of feel like it works either way you go. The one with the grass. The bottom one? And the top? Okay, both of them. Yeah. I think you did a really good job on all of them, to be honest with you. The orange color better than the dark. Yeah, because it really kind of pops out. The orange color does. I agree. If I had one um, critique, it would be just this right here. It's very minutely touching, and it creates this kind of shape there. I would make this a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit. But other than that, I mean, great job. Very nice. Great exploring. Great layout, and great delivery. Thank you. Okay. All right. So in the last session, no, that's not what I do. I was doing my deliverables. And I typically do them just so I can have something to show you guys. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna go through this one more time. The presentation, kind of give you an idea of what to expect, and then Thursday I'm going to actually go through the presentation itself. Okay, so this is really important this week to make sure that you have at least 3 of your Behance portfolio items revised. At least 3. Okay? You'll be docked if you do not. And that's not including your new campaign. That campaign will be uploaded as well before your presentation. Okay? So you're going to do a 5-minute walkthrough, nothing too focused. You're going to just showcase the 3 projects that you feel are the best ones. Okay? Talk about some of your rationale for, you know, why you have them in your portfolio. Then you're going to go through your presentation. It'll be 15, 20 minutes, right around there. Make sure that you're early, because if you're not and you're not prepared, that counts against you as well, okay? You're going to have one entire PDF document. You're going to have an intro page with your picture, your name, your degree title, your resume, and your creative brief. Then you're going to have a spread that has your sketches and your mood board. Then you're going to have a spread for each deliverable. It's actually more than 4. It's actually, what was it, 6 now. And you're going to have the deliverable, and then on the right side, you're going to have the mock-up, okay? The layout is, like I said, is going to be in a spread, all right? Any questions with this, Dallas? Like I said, I'm going to demonstrate that Thursday. Okay. All right, so I wanted to show you real quick using InDesign, and I can use this actually as an idea. Say, for instance, we want these to be interactive, okay? Say this is for your invitation for your FPA, right? We've got this right here, basicbank.com. I need to find another link. I'm gonna put, let's say bank. Yeah, okay. We use Huntington. Okay, we'll use PNC. Website. PNC.com. That's all I want right there. So I'm going to make sure that I copy the short link. And see that? I'm going to come over here. Now, say for instance, this basic bank right there, that's where I want it to be interactive. Okay. Go to window and your interactive and hyperlinks. I'm just going to come in here and I am going to paste it. Make sure you have your HTTP. Okay. Now, see right here how Basic Bank has an underline under it now, and then it has a green light. That tells you that it is hyperlinked. Okay. Now, maybe I want the logo to be hyperlinked too. Okay. And just like that. I'm going to go to File. And which one is this? Let me make sure. This is the first one. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to export. Now, this is just for your FPA invitation. So, okay, just so you know. I'm going to go, I'm going to change this FPA. And then I'm going to BF4 print. Save, and I want range page 1. General. Why did I just do that? Hold on. File, export, not PDF for print. It's PDF interactive. I don't know why I did that. There we go. And it's going to be 1. And just a page. And then I'm going to export. It's in CMYK blend space. They're going to be converted, which is totally fine. Now, if I go here, I click here, it'll tell me, hey, we're taking you to PNC.com. Okay? Same thing. Let's go back over here. And if I click on the Basic Bank, it does that same thing. Okay? So if you want to, you can do that and put the Zoom link in here in your invitation. Okay. Now, choosing your invitation, all you have to do, or getting the link for your invitation, go over here to Home. Okay. Go to Live Session. Scroll down, right-click here, and copy link address right there. And say we'll just use this, just like that. So now this will take you right to the Zoom, okay? So you can put on there, click here to join me, instead of just putting, you want to put the link, you can put zoom.us down there instead of all that HTTPS or whatever, and just put it up under it, and you can click here to join me, okay? Any questions with that? Is that fairly simple? Okay. All right, so I did my bank ads last week, and I ended up running into a problem. When I put the pattern in, I saved my pattern as an AI file and even as an ASE file. And then when I brought it to InDesign, it unlinked. So I had to go and I had to change the pattern as to a JPEG. Okay, so you might have an issue with that if you do just simply work on making sure that you have a, where is my, hold on a second. My document, huh, looks like my bleed disappeared. Wow. All right, let me go to my document setup. I don't know what happened to my bleed. I always set one up, so I don't understand what happened to it. Okay. And I want, oh, you know what, that's what I wanted to do. A file, document setup, I'm taking those facing pages. They're off. Huh, okay. Let me delete that. There we go. It was really weird, I don't know. Just kind of playing, making sure that all my stuff is aligned the way it's supposed to be. My bleeds, everything is set for it, for my pattern. You always want to make sure you do bleeds, because if you don't, you're going to have white spaces where you don't want them. Okay? It's a little too thick. And that is not down enough. Okay. Same thing here. All right, so I decided that I was going to do a debit card originally. I did that already. I'll show you that one second. And of course, you know, my roughs, I usually do that with my first roughs, you know, but then I go through and make sure that it's ready for print and different things like that. But you guys won't be doing these for print unless you want to print them out. If you want to print them out, then of course you're going to make sure that you use CMYK colors and things like that. Okay? All right, so I'm going to save that. All right, I'm going to go over here. This is for something different. Like that. All right, so there's my pattern. All right, there's my debit card. Okay, and notice I added a little bit of a gradient there, nothing huge. And I really kind of felt like it really brought a little bit into the design. What do you think? Oops. So, I mean, You don't want to use too much gradient, but you can use a little bit if you want to. Because this is an online bank, nothing is being printed, right? So why couldn't we use a gradient? It's a totally different rule, right? So I'm going to take this. We go over to my logo. Let's go here. Go to my links. I'm going to right click here, edit original, paste that in here. Oh, this right here, and there, just like that, and just like that. And there is. Oh, I put Command Z. I didn't redo. Command S, not Z. Okay. Now I can go back over here. Here, just bring it up. Look at that. I think it works pretty well. It really kind of brings that color together. So let me go over to, I'm just going to save that. All right, so I don't need that anymore. Close that. There's my basic bank. It's already done right here. This is going to be for my letterhead, my envelope, and my business card. And this is a check that I'm working on. So, okay, so I don't like that. So do it like that. And that. Oh, hold on. Why does it look crooked? Because it is. There we go. That's a little better. Let me align this. Okay. Some of these are thicker than others. And this is actually. This one right here is going to be my signature, or the signature. Typeface, I'm using a square typeface, and it really works very well with the these. I don't want those. Well, maybe. So we need actually count. Actually, the account's at the bottom, so I'll just leave it as 0. This is going to be date. And I could possibly do a series of these, right? And then this is going to be the address. This is what I named her, Jane Jones, I think. Jane Jackson. Well, thank you. Jane Jackson. 3247 East Way. We'll do Cleveland. Ohio. 44232. That's not right, but and I'm going to put, no, I'm not going to put a phone number on there. So it's a little bit bigger. And I'm going to right click here and create outlines on that because I want this all to align just like that. Okay. So, I mean, I could create a couple different patterns, right, for this. And then they would have a choice. Maybe this is their free option. This is the option that comes with it, you know? So, let me make this. Actually, I didn't need to do that. I forgot. So I have a clipping mask in here. That's what I have going on right now. Well, I'll bring this out to the bottom, but I think I'm going to put like a white bar right there just because the scanner, when it goes to the scanner, it might not recognize the numbers on the bottom of the check. Hey, hey, hey. All right, we're almost done anyway, so thank you, Dallas. I appreciate you being here. All right, so I'm just gonna make this right here white. Okay, whoops. There we go. All right, so that's done and ready to go. That's right, that's right. I'm gonna actually turn these to outlines as well, so I can make sure that it's aligned. Just like so. So file, save as, this is gonna be check. And that's right there. Say okay. All right, so I've got my checks, and then this right here is going to be my letterhead, my envelope, and business card. So I come over here. I'm just going to paste this in here. Bring this up here for the moment, and I'm going to keep that same look and feel. So pattern, Command C. I'm not going to do the pattern on the whole entire thing, I don't think. I think I'm just going to do it on the side right here. Come on. This. I'm going to bring that over, and I'm going to fill it with some color. Okay, and right click and make clipping mask. Bring this to the front. And yeah, that's probably going to be a little bit smaller than. I don't like how that's. Okay, I'll just keep this like that. That's fine. Play with this. I kind of already know what I'm going to do with the rest of it too. So this would be the letterhead and I need the address. So I'm going to grab my folder, basic folder here. I already put the debit card in here. This is basicbank.com. Come on. And oh, I wanted the whole thing. Why did I do this? Okay. Maybe. I wonder. To make that a little bit bolder. Light, we'll go medium. Turn that opacity down just a bit because it's really, there we go. That works pretty well. Make it a little bit smaller. And I'll line that just like that. It looks pretty good. Okay. So that gives them plenty of room to be able to write to the client. Right. All right. So I'm going to option and drag this. I'm going to bring that a little bit smaller, of course. My address here. Turn this up. So these need to be no bigger than 8. I usually go to about 7 or so. Maybe I'll do like that. Yeah, I want to do that same thing that I did the other. I'm going to grab my pattern. Grab this, and option and drag, and make that smaller a little. Yeah, I wonder, maybe I should just bring that to there. No, that's fine. Sometimes I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. So I'm going to bring this out just a little bit more. Just a bit. That. Okay. And align that. Just like that. And then the agent's name. Title. So we'll just make up one. Sherry Jones. Banker. Phone number 435-987-8255. Okay, 8765, and just like that. Okay, make that a little bit bigger. I'm going to use the same typeface. I'm going to make Sherry much bigger. And okay. Actually, let me make it associate thinker, associate. Okay, just like that. And then, of course, the same thing with the envelope. I want to do that same thing. I'm just going to drag it down here. Bigger. Keep that probably right about there. And I'm going to grab that. And this. Once you have an idea of what you want to do, it's fairly simple to create. So I can bring that down here if I want to, or I can keep that up here, whichever. I think I'm just probably gonna do that. Just like that. Make it a little bit bigger because it's an envelope. Just like that. Okay, so make sure that you're not putting anything on the right side though, because this is going to be for mailing and stamping, and this is the stamp. Okay. I think this is going to have to be just a little bit bigger yet. So. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to this color right there. Switch. So see if I can find the one that I originally did. This would be printed collateral. So I'm trying to find. Hold on 1 second. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I'm wondering if it would be better. Yeah, I don't want it that way. I'm going to keep it gray. Okay. All right, so that goes in my folder as well. And file and save as. This is letterhead. And business card, of course. So my deliverables, all my roughs, I'll probably go back and kind of play with some of this stuff too. Making sure that I have all my deliverables. Let's see here. Two. Link. All right, so I've got my ads, I've got my debit card, I've got my folder, I've got my logo, I've got my pattern, and I've got my checks, and then I've got my letterhead. So I've got quite a few. different things that I'm going to be putting in my presentation for Thursday. Okay? So you guys work on what you have and work on getting the rest of your deliverables done. Those of you that have not submitted your deliverables, please get them in so I can give you some feedback by Thursday. And I look forward to seeing what you're doing. Thank you so much, and you guys are doing awesome. Have a great night.